Today we're going to tackle the most common interview question in Australian interviews, which is, tell me about yourself. If you're sitting there and you're going, well, isn't that an icebreaker question? You're not wrong. It is an icebreaker, and it usually happens at the start of the interview. This is a great question for the interviewer and recruiter to help you relax and sink into the interview, as well as get a good grasp about who you are, what you're looking to do, and really set the tone for the rest of the interview. Many candidates that I talk to hate this question, but the truth is, if you master this question well, you'll be using it from now until the rest of your career. So invest that time now and prepare the best response that you can, practice it, prepare it, and it will also help bring confidence to yourself once you start the interview, because you're handling a question that you're familiar with. So let's go through some key points that will help equip you to handle this question. Number one is to handle this question in reverse chronological. So when you're speaking about your career, make sure you start at the beginning of your journey, going through your experience leading up to where you're at now. Now, you might be thinking, well, all of this information is on your resume, but the truth is that resumes can often be confusing, and they don't often explain the gaps in your resume or the reasons why you moved on from certain employers. So you want to be able to practice the span of your career in reverse chronological order so that you can help fill in the gaps, explain your career, and give the interviewer an idea of your career. Think of this point as the first time the interviewer or recruiter has actually seen your resume. Even if you've had a conversation over the phone, treat this like the first conversation. Number two is to consider the pace and the length. The icebreaker question is really just a warm-up, and there'll be a series of other questions that will go on that might be behavioral questions or technical questions. So you don't want to waste your full hour in that interview covering this icebreaker question. So really you want to be able to talk about your experience in roughly 1 to 2 minutes in length, allowing time at the end for questions to come from the interviewer. Point number three is pitch to the future. So in this icebreaker question, you don't want to just be focusing on your past career and things in the past. You also want to be pitching to the future. Why is it that you're here today? Why are you looking for an opportunity? That will really help to paint a picture to the interviewer as to your motives and your reasons for being there. Point number four is linking it to this position. So whilst you've talked about the past, you've talked about the future of where you want to be, point number four is all about linking that into why you're here for this specific role in this company. And there will be more questions down the line that the interviewer will throw at you that will dive into these elements in bigger detail. But for now, just give a snapshot, a light overview of what's attracted you to this position and to want to come and spend your time to interview for the role. Number five is optional, but it's giving a personal snapshot of yourself. This is a good way to connect with the interviewer. And this could be done by talking about your personal life, whether it be that you're a family person, you have kids, a pet, your favorite sport, your favorite movie, whatever it might be, just to give them an idea about who you are and what you get up to on the weekend. I'm really confident that if you follow these 5 tips, you'll be well equipped to handle this icebreaker question. Remember, as I said, this question will help to set the tone for the remainder of the interview. Interviews roughly run for an hour, so it's really important that you really ace this first question. But the key to this question is really practice. Getting really comfortable with this question and your response to it so that you can easily throw it out when it's asked. As I said, it's the most common question, so it's most likely going to pop up. So at least you know that when this question comes up, you'll be able to handle it well, you'll be able to relax, calm yourself, and move forward with the rest of the interview with the best foot forward. So I'd love to hear your tips or your thoughts on this icebreaker question and share within this community. But most important, best of luck in your job search. Happy hunting.